Rauna Amutati. He's the former president of the Namibia Exile Kids Association, one of those associations formed to keep the memory of the liberation struggle alive. Rauna, a very good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us in studio.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
So the Namibia Exile Kids Association, as I just prefaced, formed really to keep the memory of the liberation struggle alive, unite those kids that were born in this period of exile, to unite them while here at home. How would you remember the figure of Dr. Sam Nujoma as an exile kid?
First of all, my sincere, on behalf of the children of the liberation struggle, and on behalf of all the kids that are born in exile, our sincere condolences. May we all remain consoled of the passing away of our father. For us, it's not a president, it's a father. Losing a father in the house is the most difficult thing that you can ever get. May we all remain consoled. Comrade Sam Nujoma, by surprise, we all thought he's our father. We don't have any other fathers, especially those of us that were born and were bred in the camps. I'm telling you, this is a heartbeat of all of us. Sam Nujoma will come at the camps where, especially there is a group, the war when our parents, I think 1960s is the year they went. Some of us were born in the 70s. And we will be told, Sam Nujoma is coming to the camp, Angola. Sorry, I have to use that word. He's coming tomorrow. That's the only time you want to bath and look perfect. And you can even wear shoes that you don't even know which sides of the shoes is it left or right, because we are so excited to see our father. So he will come. Sam Nujoma will make time for each and every one of us, especially in the 70s where we were in Dalatando. Most of us will relate. We're in Dalatando. We will line up, thousands of us.
And Dalatando is now in
Dalatando
Zambia.
Is in Angola.
Okay.
Most of us were born in Angola, but we were transferred in Dalatando. Apparently, our parents were told, you didn't come here to get kids. You came here to fight. We are taking the kids to the camp. We grew up not knowing our fathers and mothers until independence. He will have time for each and every one. You report who did what to you. My comrade, Dr. Libertina Madira is our testimony. And she will tell us, come and tell your father. She's coming tomorrow. Come and tell him what I did to you. I slapped you because you didn't bath. So when we are hearing that she's coming tomorrow, and being a child, you forgot that tomorrow is already today. And it's like, Comrade Nujoma is on the door. We didn't bath. We have to apply Vaseline because just to look clean. So that is how a father figure would be. Coming back and fast forward, we went all to grow up in Kwanza Sul. Kwanza Sul, there were different camps, workers, education. That is where we grew up. The day he is coming, it's like you are seeing heaven. God is coming. The most thing he disciplined us on, unity and discipline. Royalty shall be our principle. And that is so our the Father. So when we come, what did I tell you? He taught us this. Every time he comes, whether you are commanded or not, we are standing like this. It comes as an instinct. We are coming discipline, royalty, and principle. And you like, what did I tell you? Discipline, and you repeat it. So when we came back, we were told Namibia is independent. We are going back to Namibia. We have no clue. We have no clue what Namibia is. We have never been there. So we need to be rehabilitated. Where are you taking us to? No, to Namibia. What is Namibia? We have now. So they have to tell us that eventually they came to war and we have to go back. It was a whole mess. Some of us cried because we thought he's sending us where he's not coming back to. So he had to come back to Kwanza and tell us, I'm also going with you. We are all going back to our mothers and father. So that's when we realized, so you have a mother. We never knew that you have a mother and father. That is how a child's mind is. So we were told, so we were all, now it was during the repatriation process. We all came, but then we were on different age categories. Some went to Congo, some went to Zambia, some went to Cuba, Czechoslovakia, Germany, Nigeria. We were all scattered. I think it was a way of, this guy was really meant, if he wasn't a leader, probably a president, to be a social worker. How we were meant to recollect ourselves so that we agreed to go. We could literally cry. We don't want to go to Namibia. We don't know what Namibia is. So we went. So I was one of them that were sent back to Zambia. We were probably the last group that repatriated in 1991. I was 13 years. When we came back, one of the things he taught us, when you go back there, you don't know anybody, enemy. He will say, I left that place because there is a lot of enemy. Don't be allowed to be taken by anybody. And we got so indoctrinated in the sense that when we went there, we arrived at the airport, journalists, my mom was one of the journalists. I've never seen her in my life. It's the first one. A journalist taking a picture of you, I'll hit you with a stone. Because that is how we trained us. Don't allow anybody to take any capture of you. Don't allow anybody to hold you. You know, that is the transition period. So we all arrived in Namibia. There was a school formed. It was People's Primary School. Yes. That is where we were all collected. Yes. In the sense that we could not integrate with the other kids. It was like, it was just something else, you know. So he managed to get us, you know, in that one school where we all unite each other. We found each other. Oh, you are also here. You are also here. It made us at ease, systematically. So when it made us at ease systematically, you street vendors there. They were selling bananas, mangoes, fruits. Back in Angola, back in Zambia, back in Czechoslovakia, back in wherever, especially those two, Zambia and Angola, we didn't used to exchange money with. We don't know money. So we pick up a banana, we eat. Every day, Sam Nujoma was coming to Vananda's police station to come and get us because we were arrested by not paying. We still could not understand why are we arrested. So they had to tell the street vendors not to come at that school anymore, simply because we could not understand the selling and buying. So he will come and we will all sit and whip. One police officer one day started whipping us one by one. And he got so furious that you don't hit my kid. And that is how we were brought up. So when we were brought up in that way that you could not hit this, it's simply because we don't know how to exchange money in exchange of commodity. So that time the state house was at Vanaida. One day they came to get us because, you know, when you are arrested, you're supposed to go back and, you know, the system. We all went, the whole school, we walked to the state house in Vanaida. We are looking for our father because this police officer want to arrest us. We don't know what we did. So that is the type of father figure that we had. Not knowing that on top of that, we have our own biological fathers that we didn't know. We really have no idea that we had our fathers besides him. So as we start growing up, we came and we started reporting, you know, because we are used to report every incident that happened. We go to State House and report. So one day he said, wait a moment, these people are growing older. So he's the one who gave us an idea of forming up an association. I think it's to nurture us as well. Say, you know, as all of you, and when you are growing up, we started also having, you know, needs, and we are getting older. Some of us are getting kids. So that is how the association started. It started right in his office at the State House. That is now here in Robert Mugabe. He called us, and now he was no mercy. He is a guy with no mercy. he will tell, and he likes his fingernail, I tell you, from here, you don't go home. Go write everybody's names who's born in exile. And say, but Tate, are we not written by you? Don't tell me what I did. I'm old enough now. That was in 2000, I think. If it's not later than 2002. So we went out there and we wrote everybody, names and whatsoever. And he said, and I'm going to be your patron for the first time. I want, and every draft we did, he had a typewriter. It's not the computer, so you can delete and typewriter. When there is an error, you start over that letter. So we fast forward, we formed up the association. It has been running, and it was only formed in 2012, officially launched by him on the 25th of November. That is when he launched it. Comrade Sam Nujoma launched the association on the 25th of November. Exactly after he finished his speech, it was past 11 to 12. There was an announcement, his mother died. How we, you know, and we were all, we planned to go and have an after party with him. We were just told after parties at his house. We said, no, the after party can't be at his house. We have an after party for him, not knowing that his mother died immediately, just when he finished his speech. Sam Nujoma. So we all flocked to this where they're gathering right now is. Comrade Sam Nujoma decided, everybody, all the monarchs were there, but simply because it was our launch of our fowl, he made time for that whole hour while people are waiting to meet for us. This I'm just telling in the memory of children of the liberation struggle. There is nothing else that they have lost than today as kids that were raised by him. And may his soul rest in peace for all the children children of the liberation struggle who will never have an icon figure like the way we are lost today.
Yeah. No, Rauna, thank you so much for taking the time to really be strong on this day. We know that he meant so much to you, but more so, he meant so much to the entire nation. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Rauna Amutati, reminiscing on the life and times that they shared with the founding president, the father of the Namibia nation. The children that were born during that bitter liberation struggle considered him their father, their personal father. They did not know any other father except Sam Nujoma, and obviously they are hurt and they are in sorrow during this moment and during this time. As I pointed out, tributes continue to flow far and wide. We've just seen a tribute from the Kenyan president, President Ruto. We've seen a tribute from Tanzania, a country that shared so much history during that liberation struggle of Southern Africa. And we'll be sharing those right after this.